What's up, everybody? Professor Wheelie back. Today we are here to do, No. Today I'm going to talk about the difference between listen and hear and see and look in English. It's a question that a lot of my students have, and so I thought I would do. I've already done a Portuguese one about it. I've done a Portuguese live stream about it, so I thought that I would take this time to do an English live stream about it. So let's talk about first listen and hear. And when we talk about listen and hear, girls, please. Thanks. I can't concentrate. Okay. Hi, Rilliganland. Hello, Elias. Já deixou like. Okay, so let's talk about the difference between listen and hear. When we talk about hear, it's something that, for example, when your neighbors are playing loud music, it's not something that you're trying to hear, but it's something that you just hear. So that's when we talk about hear. When we talk about listen, it's something that you are trying to hear in most cases. Not always, but most of the time. So for example, if you hear music coming from another room and you're doing something else, then you start off not listening to it. But if you start to try to hear it, then you are listening to that music. So you start off hearing and then you listen to. When we talk about look and see, it's the same kind of thing. When we talk about look, it's when you try to look at something, and when you see, generally it means that you are not making an effort. So if I'm here and someone passes by me on the left side, for example, then I see them out of the corner of my eye. I see them out of the corner of my eye, but I just see them. But if I turn my head to look, then I am looking at them. So when we are making an effort, then we have look. When we're making an effort to use our eyes, we use look. When we're making an effort with our ears, we use listen. And the interesting thing is that the things that we do that when we are making an effort have an extra preposition. So look at, maybe you have heard someone or seen in a movie, look at me. So that means you're making an effort to look at me. I want you to make an effort to look at me. And then on the other side, with listen, I can say, listen to me. I want you to make an effort to listen to me. When we have see and when we have hear, we don't have the extra preposition. So I see you. I see you every day. Okay, so I see you every day, no extra preposition. I hear you in the other room. I hear you in the other room. So there's another example where we don't use the preposition with see and hear. Let's see who's here. Double D's here. Andre, good evening. How are you? Good to see you back again. Age Guide, new guy, good to see you. I saw your message about the WhatsApp group, and I'm planning on processing the new applications before the weekend, probably maybe tomorrow, but probably by Thursday. So in the next couple of days, I should have your application processed. Albie's here. What's up, Albie? How you doing? Angela already liked the video. Don't forget to like the video, everybody that's here, please. Thanks, Angela, for liking it. Good evening, Angela. How are you? Maria is here and already gave her like. Rachel's here. Good to see you, Rachel. Let me know what questions you might have. Sempre quando eu quiser saber onde fica lugar, posso dizer where is the mall. Yeah, except that you don't say where is the Central Park. We don't use the with Central Park unless it's the Central Park in a city. Otherwise, if you're talking about the main Central Park, we don't need to use the, we just use where is Central Park. Where is, what's another example? Where is, yeah, a lot of examples do actually use the, but with Central Park we don't. So where is Central Park? But yeah, you can say where is. When you're talking about something, this is something that we talk about in lesson, if I'm not mistaken, we talk about it in lesson 9 or lesson 10. We talk about the future. I mean, no, where is? Where is lesson 4, if I'm not mistaken. So I believe in lesson 4 we talk about where is something. So when it's something that's fixed, like a park or a school or any kind of building or road, then we use where is, and we don't use stay. So yes, you could ask, where is Central Park? Where is the mall? Yes. Hello, teacher. Good evening, Maria Aparecida. Good to see you. What's up, Brazilian from America? Dear Teacher Willie, how long will you live in Brazil? That's a good question. Right now, our plan is to live in Brazil for the next 3 to 4 years. It all depends on what we feel like God wants us to do, but right now that's the plan. In 3 or 4 years, either we've been thinking about going back to the United States or possibly going to Portugal or another European country, possibly. But that all depends on what happens between now and then. And it depends also what happens with the channel. If things happen a lot faster than I'm planning with the channel, and we get to 1 million subscribers faster than I think we will, then maybe we'll leave earlier. I don't know. We'll have to see. Qual é a diferença entre client and customers? Client is usually higher end. Customers are the people, can be anyone that you serve, and clients are usually people that you develop a relationship with. So if you own a store, like a grocery store, then you would say your customers, because you don't generally have a one-to-one relationship with them. But if you sell insurance, or if you're a lawyer, then you generally use clients, because you develop that one-to-one relationship. And then the exception to this would be with doctors. They don't say client, they say patients. But they do have a client relationship, but because they're doctors, then they use patient instead of client. Very good question. Hi, Fatima, good to see you. Yep, internet's probably bad again. I don't know what I can do about that. It might be my phone. I tried twice last night and my phone didn't work very well. So, good to see you, Francisco Fábio de Souza. Professor, quando eu falo eu ouvi a música, o correto seria I had listened to the song or I had heard the song. So, you don't want to, in general, eu ouvi a música is not the past perfect, so you're not going to use I had heard. You would say I heard the song. I heard the song. So the difference between I heard the song and I listened to the song is that idea of trying to. If you were trying to listen to that song, then for example, you have Spotify on your phone, you go to the song and you put on the song, then you would say, I listened to that song. But if someone else is playing it, then you would say, I heard that song. So it's that same idea of if you're trying or if you're not trying to listen. Qual é a diferença entre story and history? History is what you would call a matéria in Portuguese. It's a subject, we call it a school subject, or it is something that is studied. So history we accept in general, even though some historians were not exactly correct. Like they used to, when I was young, they used to say that Columbus was a great guy, and now we know that he wasn't a great guy. But history is what we accept as truth in the past, and story can be anything. It can be true, it can be fake, it can be fiction, it can be pretty much anything. So it's the difference in Portuguese between história and relato. So that's when we talk about story and history. Okay, so don't forget to give your last likes now, and that's going to do it for me. I don't know when I will be doing another live stream, but I will be doing videos every day for the rest of the month. Jay Mesquita arrived. Hurry and ask your last questions before we end it. I understand, I get it, and I see mean the same thing. Yes, they all can mean the same thing. I get it. I think probably we use the most I see, and then I get it, and then I understand. Probably in the reverse order that you put them here are the ways that we use them most. Very good question. Any other questions? go about 10 more seconds. If not, thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate every one of you. And don't forget to like this video. And if this is your first time, subscribe down below and click or tap on the bell icon to always be notified when either I go live or I put a new video on the channel. Thanks for being here. Until next time, keep studying and don't give up.